Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I'm your host, Glenn Pooh Harding, and tonight we have a very special guest. This basketball legend was blessed by the basketball gods with incredible ball handling skills. A star was born in Queens, and the scene was set for this baller to become king. At Benjamin Cardozo High School and Fresno State, he single-handedly helped launch the AND1 sneaker brand to become a household name and put himself in position to be drafted in the second round to the Milwaukee Bucks. Help me welcome New York City legend and NBA veteran, Rafer Skip Rafer Alston.
Y'all ready? Yeah. You have just stepped out into the world of chaos. Where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
Yeah.
What's up, baby?
What's going on, my brother?
Nothing much, man. Chilling.
Thank you, man. First of all, I want to thank you for giving me your time today.
Yeah, no doubt. Anytime,
And salute my guy Chuck for making this happen again.
Yeah, salute to Chuck, man. Yeah.
No doubt. First of all, I just want to say this, man, like, this is big for basketball head, but it's even bigger for my artists, right? My artists who draw the pictures. I didn't even see the picture he drew for you. I know he drawing something hot for you. You are his favorite player. And he's from Queens.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate it, man. I can't wait to see the good work, man.
No doubt, brother.
He played for Jackson.
Yep.
Yeah, so first question, man, who introduced you to the game?
Good. That's a great question. I have no idea. I don't remember. I just know I was about 5 or 6, man. I was walking across the street with some older guys, man. But like I said, rest in peace, my father. I would say my dad. I hope it was him, if I could remember. But more than likely, he probably took me to the park and lift me up to shoot the ball.
Right.
You know how they do to the youngins. You got to lift me up so you can shoot the ball.
Well, that's dope. What part of Queens you from?
Southside Jamaica.
Southside.
Yeah,
No
Southside
doubt.
Jamaica, Queens, man. Yeah.
No doubt. I need you to say that because my guys from Queens always like, yo, make sure you say you're from Southside Queens. So salute to my guys in Southside Queens, the 40 people.
They already know. They know I was going to say that, man.
That's right. Who was your first coach?
Man, you asked some real good questions already, man. Listen, my first coach, I would say DeBron Murray. I don't know if a lot of people in Queens remember DeBron. So DeBron was my first coach, man. I would have to say that.
Around what age?
7, 8. 7, 8, man. Like basketball clicked to me at an early age, man. It just clicked with me. It was, I was God gifted with the ability to understand the game right away, pick up the new things quick, and so DeBron, about 7 months, more so 8 years old, found me and realized I was playing in St. Louis Park, and he found me, man, and he knew right away, man. He said, man, hey, this little kid got a gift.
It's crazy that you said that because in my intro, what I said was this New York City legend was blessed by the basketball gods with incredible ball handling skills. That was my intro, part of my intro.
Your phone when it going out. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, you hear me now? We good?
It kind of sound like it's a little choppy.
Give me a thumbs up if you hear me clear in the room.
You might have to turn your Wi-Fi off or something.
Off, you said? You there?
I'm here.
You good? You good?
I can hear you now.
All right,
Yeah.
good. All right. So, at that time, you about 7, 10 years old. Who's the best player in your neighborhood?
Something's wrong with your connection right now, so I can't. Every time when you get ready to ask a question, it goes. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna go back out and come back in. All right.
Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'll turn my Wi-Fi off. Let me see if it's me. Try now.
Hello? Yeah.
Yeah. Try now. Let me see.
All right. So, who was the best player in your neighborhood when you was coming up?
Who's the best? Who in the neighborhood?
Yeah, who was the best player in your neighborhood when you was coming up?
Man.
He was.
Well, when I was coming up, man, like I said, I grew up I was playing in St. Albans Park first, you know, so and then when I moved to Sufton, I was the best player in the park.
Now your screen started pausing. We good now. What you said at about? I said, who was the best player in your neighborhood? And you start to freeze again. Yeah.
When I played in St. Albans Park, I was one of the youngest, so I always played the older kids. With my age group, I was always better than my peers in my age group. So I played with kind of older dudes, and my friend Dame G, he used to always mess with me. He was older than me, and he was a little stronger than me. So, but every day and every year, every time I come back to the park, I kept getting better, surpassing. And then I moved to Sufton 118, and right there, on the other side of Baisley, and I was the best player in Baisley Park, and you know what I'm saying, in 118 Park. So, you know, amongst my peers, 9 out of 10 throughout Queens, I probably was the better one without my peers. Like when it comes to my peers.
Okay. There was nobody like the older guys that was around the way who was like nice that you said, you know what, I'm gonna be nice to him, or was it that kid who you was playing against every day?
It was so many of them. I can't really put my hand. I mean, Wes Nelson was nice. Boot Carter. Damn, it was so many of them, man. They was good, man. And even when I went to IS8, some of my homeboys, they was nice. You know, my boy Snoop from the project, you know, he was good. God bless his soul, Lumps. God bless his soul, Lumps was nice. So it was so many people, man. It's hard to name them, man. It's hard to just, you know, I'm leaving people off. It's hard, you know.
No, but that's cool. But the few that you name, I'm quite sure they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of guys who we play ball against kind of get forgot about.
And that's just on that side. Then you got to go towards the other side, like all the players in Murdoch, you know, Connell Park. You know, you got to go to that side. You know, then you got to go up to Montebello with like Larry Cave and all them guys. You know what I'm saying? So there's so many of us that we hooped every day. You know what I'm saying? We hooped every day.
Yo, my guy, Worldwide Shot is on the check and he said, what's up?
Say that again?
My guy, Worldwide Shot, Khalil Brantley's father, my guy, Shot from Queens, said, what's up?
Yeah. Shout out to Shot, my man. You know, he was running around on that 118 side. So, you know, shout out to the son, Khalil, man. Khalil, the truth out there right now in New York City. I'm mad it's a pandemic. I can't get a chance to watch Khalil, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wish I could, you know, I can't wait till it's over. I can go get a chance to see him before he take off for college on us.
Right? There you go. So how was your time at Cardozo, man?
It was rocky, man. You know, a lot of times, you know, my first year was cool. My sophomore year, I put up 25 points per game. Then I started, you know how it is, man. You get caught up in the crowd and you're in the halls, not in the classroom. So I only played a handful of games my junior year. Then I was ineligible. I averaged like 33 points a game my junior year when I played. I was eligible. Same thing my senior year, getting like 33, 34 points a game. You know, there's some things I regret. That's what my only one thing my basketball career I regret, and that's my high school years, man. 'Cause I know if I'd have stayed eligible, my backcourt made 40, Dwayne Woodward, with up and him, and we had a crew over there. We probably won a title if I stayed eligible.
Wow. Yeah, because I heard about you in high school, but it was spotty. Same the way you kind of describing it. You know, playing and then not playing and playing, not playing.
Yeah, man.
But that didn't stop you, right? Which is incredible.
Not at all. Not at all. I was not. It was. You know, I knew. So when I left high school, man, I knew what it was all about. I knew what was stopping me. I was stopping myself. So once I went out to California for junior college, man, I already knew what to do. I knew, you know what I'm saying? Once I knock out the books and the balls, they'll take care of itself. Because I always stayed in the gym. And then they got me on working on my body. They got me working on the weights. So that's one of the best things that happened to me, going way out to California for JUCO. And that was the best thing that happened to me, man, is that I'm far away from New York City. I don't got to get sucked in and lured into, you know, our way of life in New York City, man. You know, we grow up in the inner city, so it's easy to get sucked into, you know, with the crowd because you're around it every day, you see it every day. So I'm easily sucked into that. But when you're way far away, it just kind of transfers you involved, man. You know, the rest was history. Yeah, man, that is crazy, and it was a blessing. So I was reading an article today about 1994 was like the year that changed everything in your life. Tell me a little bit something about that. Nah, you know, that was the summer. You know, I was kicking butt in Rucker Park and all out Queens, man. I'm talking about kicking ass everywhere, man. Brevoort, Hunter College, you name a tournament. I'm only 7. I was turning 17. Turning 17, 18 years old. Something like that. I forget. No, I'm getting old. I forget the actual age. But I'm turning 17 or turning 18 that summer. And I'm playing with number older tournaments, man. If I was playing my peers, I played in Lincoln Park, I'm destroying them because my game, IQ of the game was a little bit ahead of my like I said, most of my peers. But then the summer's ending and now I'm stuck. Like, man, what I'm gonna do with myself? And now it's like I gotta make a move. And my coach Gary Charles called me and said, "Hey, man, I got a junior college. I got a junior college for you in Cali. You gotta get on the plane 2 days and go." And I just talked to my mother, like, "Man, I'm out. I gotta go." I didn't worry about packing clothes. No, I just took a little bag and I just went, man.
Wow.
I knew if I would have stayed around and like, damn, I need gear. I need this. Lord knows what I would have done to get the gear. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
So at the end of the day, it was like, do or die, man. Just go. Just go. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of homies, you know, from the neighborhood that I could call on. You know, shout out to my brother Mook Diamond. You know, Mookie, I could call him at any time, man. He'll send something out there. All the people in the neighborhood, you know, Short Slim Prince. A lot of people, man. I could call them at the moment's notice, and they'll send something if I needed something. And you know, they was all on my side, man. They was like, "Yo, man, just concentrate on that, man. You can always come back and do this. What we doing around here." So,
yeah, listen, man. What they say, it takes a village to raise a child, man. You know what I'm saying?
To leave is a lifesaver, man. Like, I didn't look back. I didn't get homesick. I didn't do none of that.
Wow. You can tell. And listen, I want to give you props on this, right? Because me and my guys always have a debate about dudes from other boroughs not coming to Brooklyn and play, right? My guy, Trey and Trevor Diggs, trust me, they can vouch for you being in Brevoort playing.
Yeah, so what happened was, my mother had moved to Brooklyn. So I actually stayed with my mother, but I was a Queens kid all the way. You know what I mean? I'm born and raised in Queens, I'm raised all over that borough. I mean, my grandmother lived down the street from Montebello. I lived on Merrick Boulevard. I moved over to Sufton Way. I hung out with guys from Rockaway Boulevard. I hung out. One of my best friends is from the north side of Linden, 193rd, Paul Ruddick. So Quincy QB, shout out to QB. So I'm Queens to the death of me, man. Got friends in Liberty on Liberty Ave. You know what I'm saying? Playing with Cheyenne Holloway with it again. So, but I lived down the street. My mother down the street from Brevoort, and Trevor and Trey actually to play with them, and I walked to the game. They didn't know. They thought I took the train. You know what I'm saying? So when the game was up, I forgot who we played. We kicked they behind. I think I might have had like 30. I start walking up the block, and everybody looking at me, "Where you going, Skip?" I'm like, "I'm going home." And that's what. So a lot of people thought I was from Brooklyn because they used to see me in Brooklyn some nights and everything. Some nights I might walk down to Kingsborough Project, hang out with some of the homies that I know were there. Or I might walk, you know what I mean, up to St. John's, and because my mother lived on Sterling Place between Sterling Place between I forget what street it was. I don't know if it's Route in Buffalo.
Yeah, you got it right, Ralph from Buffalo. Yep, that sounds about correct.
I live right there, Sterling Place, like over there. Yeah. And so whenever I wasn't in Queens, I hang out with the homies in Brooklyn. So it was, you know, I was one of them kids that I could adapt any place I went, man. You know what I mean? Because one thing I learned just being outside in the streets all the time, respect the people where they from, what they doing, where they at, respect them, and every life will be easy for you. Whenever my mother moves somewhere, you can't be coming over here with no rah-rah. Yo, I'm from Southside, I'm from the project. They ain't trying to hear that, especially in Brooklyn. Right. They ain't trying to hear that. So that's what it was, man. So, you know, and I grew up when I was 10 years old. LeBron took us to play in pre-team at 305 Park. So a lot of people know that was one of the best summers for little kids at the time.
Yeah, so pre-team, right?
Take us to 305 Park pre-team, and that's how we. So I knew all the ball players in Brooklyn since we was 9, 10 years old. You know, they just put the stats on the wall, on the tree. The stats be on the tree, man.
Let me tell you something, fam. I was already impressed by you. I am super, super impressed, right? Because again, when me and my guys talk, and it's not like Brooklyn the baddest place because we got to go every other borough to play. But for some reason, guys don't travel to Brooklyn to play. And to say that you lived in Brooklyn and all these places that you've been and played in, and you went through every borough and kicked ass, that's the meaning of a legend.
Every coach I have, so every coach I had in Queens, they had a team and they was going to the Bronx. They knew to come get me.
Yeah.
They knew to come get me. They knew where to find me. They knew I was on the middle of the block. I was on the corner rolling dice or whatever. But they knew if someone yelled basketball, all I said, let me go get my shoes. All I said to every coach I had. They drive up, Skip, man, you wanna go to Harlem? We got a tournament to play. Let me go upstairs and get my shoes. You know what I'm saying? And I go and I rock out. You know what I mean, that's what basketball meant to me, man. Because even when when you're growing up in the confines where we all grew up at, you expose yourself. So you kind of, at an early age, you kind of start to figure out what could be a savior for you. You know what I'm saying? I knew that all along, but like I said, I got sucked into the, just hanging out, hanging with the crowd, man. And a lot of guys I'm out, we know each other since we was kids, man. We played Little League together. You know what I'm saying? So guys I'm hanging out, it's just each age you grow up. When you grow up in, like I said, in the confines where we grow up at, it's like graduating from the school of hard knocks. You gotta graduate from the other school, though, the education. But we all played Little League baseball together. Then we got older, and as we kept getting older, you see some go to the streets, some still play sport. And I tried to do both, and realized I messed up my high school career. Tried, and like I said, when I went to college, the rest was history.
Can't do both. Can't be on both sides of the street.
Both needs your undivided attention.
Yes.
That's what I realized. Both of it needs your undivided attention.
Yeah, for sure. Sure. A lot of guys, they leave a lot of great messages. I'm going to get you guys messages, trust me. But there comes a time in every baller's life, right? When guys who got bigger names than you better than them. Guys who getting recruited more than you. Guys who in the magazines. But then you got to face these guys. Who ads did you bust to let you know, like, I'm ready for the big time?
Well, it had nothing to do with the guys that was in college already, getting a name accolade. I didn't have to worry about that because, again, we're around the same age. See, it was around the time when they started taking me to play all these pro-ams and stuff. And when I went to Rucker Park as a young kid, I'll give you another name. When James Ryan started taking me to Jersey, South Shore, playing in programs. Mr. Couch, I was young. He put me in a pro-am in Hunter, and I'm playing with all these guys. Derek Canada.
Wow. Yes.
What's my man? Old school, man. Old school. He taught me a lot, man. I love him to death. Left hand, man. Damn, I can't think his name. Old school. Fuck. I don't know how to think his name right now. Sorry about that. Sorry my language. Man, his name will come to me, though. But they took me around playing pro-ams, man, and they put me out there, and I'm doing my thing with them, and that's what made me realize if I could keep up with guys that's still playing overseas, coming back in the summer playing, then it ain't no worries to play with these other guys. These kids my age, it was no worry. It's just a matter of getting there and playing. It's just once I get there with them, then it's no problem. You know what I mean? So when I was a junior college, I just had to stick with it until I graduated junior college. Once I got the Division I to pros, I knew I belonged. It was just a matter of buckling down and getting there.
Wow. So when you was at junior college, what were the other schools that was recruiting you besides Fresno State?
Well, let's see. So when I went out there, mainly all out west schools, because the East Coast schools, they don't know where I'm at really. So you're looking at USC, University of Utah, those schools, the Arizonas, UNLV, all the time, almost made all the top schools out there except like UCLA,
right?
Because they wasn't really taking a lot of JUCO players at the time. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because they can get the best of the best coming right out of college and out and especially in California. In California, it's basketball heaven for UCLA. So I was recruited by a lot of schools out there, man. But once they knew I was that top recruitment, they knew to back over. They knew it was a no-brainer then.
Wow. Okay. So at Fresno State, did you come in and start immediately?
Say it again.
When you was at Fresno State, did you come in and start immediately?
That's a trick question.
No, I know. Look, I'm asking questions so my man back here can get pissed off, right? Because he's like, come on, G. Come on. And my man don't say anything. This is the first time he's really talking.
If talk didn't stop me, I didn't have to worry about getting on talk. The New York City would have came out there and got him. It was no way. I started right away, man. We had a loaded team, man. We just didn't gel right, and we had a lot of suspensions. You know what I mean? But I set records and assists out there. I got close as I can to get the double-double. I ain't put a lot of points because I had All-Americans with me. I had parade All-Americans on my team. I had JUCO All-Americans on my team. So we came out the gate ranked number 8. We started blowing teams out the water, and then we started getting so many suspensions. We just fell. We couldn't hold together. But you know what I'm saying? But,
okay.
Those guys was good, man, and I just. I wish we could. That's that year. I wish we could do it all over again.
Yeah, those college moments, man. Those years in high school, they fly by so fast. I try to tell kids, take advantage of it now. The other day, I was talking to two guys. One goes to Boys and Girls, and another goes to Brooklyn Collegiate, and they were just out there shooting around with their slippers. And I'm going, what's up? Why you guys not playing? They said they waiting for other people. I'm going, there's 2 of y'all out here right now, right? Take advantage. Don't waste this time because you ain't going to get it back.
Right.
So these are the lessons that we try to provide to the next generation.
That lets you know that the caliber of those 2 kids is one of them is scared to play the other. That's what I tell you. Because why else would y'all 2 stand there? Fuck it, let's get on. And see, that's what basketball is missing in New York City. You know what I'm saying? Like we weren't afraid. And somebody's better than me. Look, if I keep playing against him, I'm gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna help me get better. He's gonna help me. So at the end of the day, why would you 2 stand there? How long you gonna wait? That's what you should have told them. That's what you should have told them. Okay, y'all waiting. You should say, okay, y'all waiting. Okay, now how long you plan on waiting before you lace them up and y'all get something done? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like I said, we always growing up. We wasn't waiting. Come on, check it up. You said you nice. Check it up. You know what I mean? Game 11, something. Game 22, 20, get something. Do something other than standing.
Yeah. And that same young man, one of the same young men I saw the week before, just shooting around doing nothing. And I said, yo, here's my number. Call me. I'll help you work out. Because he's going to prep school next year. So like he's going to have a rude awakening. Good luck to that young man.
Yeah.
So, Skip, now, I'm kind of confused right now because when did the AND1 thing come into your life?
I'm not sure to be exact, but
Was it after college, before?
It was kind of during and after. It was kind of a mixture of both. But when I was in college, I couldn't really respond to them, mess up my collegiate eligibility. But at the end of the day, mainly after, and that's when whenever I was done with the NBA, whenever I had a chance summertime, I'll meet those guys on tour. And, you know what I'm saying? So, but it was fun, man. I mean, I know they rolled out the mixtape, AND1 Mixtape Volume 1 of me, man. That took off like wildfire. It was one thing about the AND1, they was at the right time. They came at the right time when streetball was huge everywhere, not just New York City, people, Chicago, Detroit, LA. So streetball was huge everywhere. And they was at the right time. And then the tour, every year the tour for about 5, 6 summers, man, the tour was one of the hottest things around. No one would ever thought that guys doing all this different stuff with the basketball was going to be something that people would gravitate to the way they did. So it was a wonderful time, man. I enjoyed my run with those guys.
That's dope. My guy Crossland wanted to know who the best street baller you played against. I don't know.
They all nice. Now I played against Speedy Williams. I played against Future. I played against. There's a lot of them, man. Junie Sanders, Alamo. The list goes on. I even played. I had a good game. We had a good game one time. We was in playoffs, man. We played against Master Rob and them. They beat us, but it was a good game, man. I mean, they backcourt with Speedy and Master Rob. Man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You talk about guys that was already.
No, hold on. Hold on. Let's back up, because both of those guys are my guys. Like, I played with Speedy coming up, or Master Rob was somebody who I looked up to coming up. That's had to be a crazy game. Anybody have that on tape?
The first half was nip and tuck, and of course they showed they veteran, because they was veterans in that part. So, and they pulled away from us, and they you know what I mean, they did their thing, man. But they also knew at that time I was young. You know what I'm saying? They knew at that time. They said, man, that kid got something. Hey, for me to be that young to go against, they was already legends out there as far as that playground game at that time. You know what I mean? So for me to play against them guys,
right,
could have already been in major universities, had things going right in they travels in basketball. You know what I'm
saying? All right, my guy, Cool Slow, the producer, said the game between you and Reem, Fresno versus Arkansas, was a classic game.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We both had solid games, man. We didn't both score 20, 25 points, because we were both, what made it good is two kids that, we grew up playing with and against each other since we were 10 years old. And then we played against each other in Rucker Park. And then finally, everybody in New York City got a chance to see us play on CBS. And it was a good game. They beat us. They beat us by 1 or 2.
Yeah, that was definitely a good game.
They got that game by 1 or 2, but it was back and forth from the start. We were both up-tempo teams. We were both pressing teams. We were both full court, in-your-face teams. So it was back and forth the whole game.
Wow.
Shout out to Kareem. He had a great career, man. Great career.
Sure. Kareem, we definitely got to get you up here soon.
It's a lot of those guys, man. It's they found out how hard it is to make it to the pros.
For sure.
All of us, man. As good as Kareem, that's my guy. I love him to this day, to the death. But that's how hard it is to make it to the pros. It's that simple.
Listen, we had Rolando Blackman on the other night, and he explained how hard and difficult it is to stay at that high level and be at an all-star level.
And they're special when it comes to their maturity and their mental stability. And that's what people don't understand. That's what a lot of these playground guys don't understand. When they start talking about, oh, man, such could have been in the league. Not so fast, my friend. He's nice around here. He's nice in these playgrounds. I salute him. I'm not saying they can't. What I'm saying is it takes a special person, a human being, not just with your game and talent, but up here and everything else. Special dedication to your body. Special dedication. Like, people don't know. They don't. Even my peers. They don't know how dedicated I was to my body, how dedicated I was. I was never out of shape. Now think about that. My whole life in basketball. Now one of them kids that say they outworked me, they was in better condition. Never. Because quietly behind the scenes, they never knew. Only people that know. Even when I was young, I was 13, living on 118 and something. Only them people knew. They knew I could be outside all night. 7 in the morning, I was in the park by myself, getting it in. Push-ups, jumpers, flawless by myself. That's why when you say them kids was doing nothing, like, what? Y'all not doing? Y'all not even getting no push-ups in?
Yeah.
You not getting no. I did suicide by myself. My homeboy, I met this dude. He older than me. I met him in the park. He was doing pull-ups. And he saw me in the park by myself. Suicide. And me and him should do free throws together. You know what I'm saying? So, no, they didn't know.
That's real.
And I'm telling you, like, so when I played against dudes and they'd come get me out of nowhere, you'll see me play something. Come on, yeah, I'm playing. I'm in tip-top shape. I'm in tip-top shape, man.
And you know what's so incredible about your story is that you didn't have to go around the country and showcase yourself in all the AAU programs.
Right.
Well, I wanted to.
No, I get it. I get it. All kids want to. All kids. But you just did it a different way.
I always had to go to summer school or something to get my, so I couldn't.
But that didn't stop you, right? That didn't stop you from working out by yourself.
Yeah, but there was a few summers I did. Like when I played with Riverside, Coach, shout out to Durham player, Coach Durham. Durham came and got me. We was 15, and we had to go to Virginia to Boo Williams saw me, and Al Iverson played. That's when Durham that's when my coach Durham realized, this is the time he realized, oh no, this is a bad dude. I'm a bad dude. Because we playing against Al Iverson, Tony Rutland, and that's when so we had guys like Richie Parker on my team. I don't know if Kareem played that guy. I forgot who's also on my team. We had a solid team. The Riverside guys always keep a solid team. But by the second half, coach had to tell him and give him the ball. Al Iverson scoring every time down for us. They had to give me the ball. Give me the ball. Yeah. So, you know, they knew. And but because of my, again, school and everything, not being serious, hanging out all night, all that, not making all the class, I couldn't go to all the tournaments, the AAU tournament. I wanted to.
Wow.
And I knew I was gonna go out there and kick their behind. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my man.
Until we pushed. I played with Todd Miles. He was on my team in Rucker.
Okay. That was my
Todd was a big point guard. So I was like 6'4", 6'5" point guard, man. But I love Todd, man. But even Todd knew. He had to give me the ball.
That's real.
He was young. They were younger than me. They were younger than me when I playing Rucker. Him, Tall Shamel.
Yes, Shamel. Yeah.
They all went to Robeson. Shout out to both of them. They were good players. They went high Division I.
Yeah.
Went to West Virginia, transferred to Mississippi State, or vice versa. Man, Shamel was at Georgetown. I forgot where he went after that, but yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Basketball tough.
It's not happening now, but you know, we hurt in New York. So my guy James Majors James Majors Seton Hall great on here the other night, and we was talking about money. He said from 84 to 88, no, from 84 to like 87, they was getting $5 for money, right? At Seton Hall. Now,
who said this?
James Majors.
Oh, James Majors. Yeah.
Right? So I went to Fairleigh Dickinson, but we was getting like $300 to $500, depending on the trip. I'm going Big East, Northeast, something don't add up, right? How was you guys on the money side at Fresno? And mind you, people, all of this stuff is legal, so we're not talking about anything under the table. This is all legal.
Just put it like this: we was well taken care of. I let everybody leave with
it wasn't $5 though.
We were well taken care of.
Good.
That ain't happen. That's one thing about coaching them. He wants to concentrate on school and ball. We weren't worrying about food. We weren't worrying about that. If you read between the lines, we were well taken care of. I give you this: I ain't live in dorms. None of us lived in dorms.
Oh, so you was well taken care of.
You was well taken care of.
I lived on the golf course in college.
Right.
What?
Right. So,
I lived on the golf course in college, man.
That was all the ball players?
Nah, everybody lived different places. But me and my roommate, he was from Nyack, New York, Larry Avenue. Me and him was roommates. And we lived on the golf course.
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, after all you went through, right? All the obstacles, you finally make it to the NBA. How are you feeling, my brother?
You know what's so crazy, man? Because I was second round pick, and at that time, second round picks wasn't we weren't getting guaranteed, so you still had to make the team and do all this stuff, man. My focus was on staying in shape, staying sharp, keep strengthening my body, stay ready, and just wait for the time I called, because I was like the third string point guard when I was drafted number 39. I had veterans ahead of me. To be honest with you, and then when I finally got my chance 3-4 years later, that's really when it dawned on me. I've arrived, right? And each year I'm playing, I'm doing my thing, I'm getting better at this league style of play as far as what it takes to be a pro, be a lead point guard and all that. And not about the game, it's about all the other nuance of the game. And it wasn't really till I made it to the finals and then I retired. I had a chance to reflect on what I've done and realize that's crazy how I was introduced to basketball at 5 and 6, and I was always in that park dreaming and wishing I was Magic, Isaiah, Broad Strickland, Mark Jackson, Pearl Washington, all these guys. And I never had a chance to think about why I was playing, because it's a dog-eat-dog game, and you playing against the best, man. And now, as when you guys ask me and other people, it's like now I get a chance to reflect on it and be like, man, it's a hell of an accomplishment, man. I never got a chance to really enjoy it, but now, trust me, man, I enjoy it like crazy, man. I respect everybody that asks me, man, because now, man, it hit me what I've done. Some days I sit in the room and it brings tears of joy, because you don't always got to have tears when something's sad or funeral or death. You can have tears of joy. And I sit in that room, I look at some of my jerseys on the wall, some of my pictures, and I'm like, man, crazy. There's a lot of people in New York City, talented ball players, some of the best in the world, that never got a chance to do what I did. And salute to them. And I realized, too, the chance of making it, the chances, you got to change. Your chance of making an NBA is like damn near hitting the Powerball.
Yeah, it is.
So that's when I can't think of that stuff, but I think of it now, and I'm like, wow, right? Because it's hard work, it's dedication, and you need a little luck on your side to make it to the NBA. You need a little luck, man. Like God bless his soul, a guy in my neighborhood I looked up to, Dave Edwards. I thought he was one of the best point guards in the world. Couldn't get in there. Another guy, Boo Harvey. I couldn't wait to go to Counterpart somewhere and watch Boo Harvey play. You know what I mean? And one time I was playing at Lincoln Park and I saw him on the gate looking at me play. And like me and him never really met. But the first thing I appreciate everybody in the world, man. I looked over him and said, "What's up, Boo?" Right? You know what I'm saying? When you younger than somebody, you don't have the guts to go up there and be like, man, I look up to you. But I showed him in a way, like, "What's up, Boo?" Like, I'm trying to do what you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, it's a step-by-step process. I'm trying to go to play Major Division I, right? We all watch Dave Evans at Georgetown, Texas A&M. Then I watch Boo at St. John. Then I want to make it. So it's a step-by-step process. And all these guys are my idols. I played against a lot of players that were nice. I watched a lot of guys older than me in the parks, and they were talented, man. And their dreams was making it to where I got to. Not only did I make it, I played 11 years. Well, 12, really. They only give me credit for 11. I played 12. I also was in NBA Finals. You know what I'm saying? So the accomplishment is amazing from where I was headed in my high school days. You see what I'm saying? So if I go back to my high school, then I was going nowhere. And all of a sudden, to stick with it, to keep working hard, to knock home the books, and look where I am, now, man. You know what I'm saying? So as much as they could call me, and I never thought about being no park legend. I thought that's what we do in New York City. We play tournaments.
Right.
You kick it. You bring your A game. You kick. You either gonna bring it or you gonna get your butt kicked. I had never thought about I was gonna be no playground legend. But so now it's over. They can call me a legend in the playground. You also can call me a legend in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I do tell people. I know everybody want to call me a legend in the playground, but throw the legend in the NBA too now. Don't stop short of saying. Well, and I'm not a self-centered or I'm everybody that know Rafer, forget Skip. People that know Rafer, I'm just never that kind of guy. I'm never bigging myself up. Nah, man. It's a game we learn to love. It's the New York City game. Basketball is number 1 in New York City. Baseball second. People understand. I was good at baseball. I mean, if you get some of my peers on there, they'll tell you I was a hell of a baseball player. know what I'm saying? I could play football. I just wasn't going out for no pee-wee football because I was skinny. Like, y'all wasn't going to hit me like that. I ain't going to hit me like that. You know what I'm saying? But
That's so real.
no one really cared too much about all that. You know, some people want to play for the Springfield Whitestones, the Rosedale Jets, all that. No, but no one really cared. But basketball is king, man.
For sure. For sure. King, yeah. My guy, Pat Alphonse, said my man Skip knew him since we were 13, 14. Showed me a lot of love, especially in LA. My guy, Pat Alphonse.
So what's the salute to him, man? Love, man, for sure, man.
No doubt. So
never front on nobody, man. Anybody that said what's up to me, they know I always spoke back. You know what I mean? So that's just who I am, man.
No doubt. My guy, Chanel Scott went to St. John's.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. Yeah. I looked up to Chanel, man. God bless his soul, Malik Silk, Adrian Autry. That's what I'm saying. That's all. Oh, Khalid Reeves, Derek Fell. All these dudes was super nice to me.
That's real.
I only went to play Riverside Church because they was playing an older Riverside team.
Wow.
I remember going to Roberto Clemente State Park and watching them dudes play Riverside versus Gauchos. I took the train all the way from Queens.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a basketball life. They know. That's why all of them know. They know I'm a basketball lifer in New York City, man. I took the train to Roberto Clemente State Park to watch Chanel Scott, Malik said all of them play against the Gauchos.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's when I said, oh, I gotta get on one of these teams. That's why I come to town more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chanel was saying how when he got drafted in the second round, he just stayed married for a whole year instead of focusing on his craft. And he said sometimes when guys get drafted in the second round, they go through that.
What you're going through is a feeling of rejection. So you're drafted in the second round and you're not getting playing time. And for the first time in your life, you ain't the man. Now you gotta revamp yourself. Your thinking, your approach. That's what I'm telling you. It takes a special human being to be in that league. Nell could have had a 10, 11-year career in that league had he kept his weight in shape, his conditioning, worked on his game, got a little 15-footer, a little jump hook, both shoulders. I know, listen, I know Nell game. You know what I'm saying? I just watched the old game with them, all of them at St. John's. God bless his soul, Lee Green, I just watched the old game with them all at St. John's. I looked up to these guys. Dave Kane. I went to CCNY to watch Dave Kane and Ant Pell when they played at Stevenson High School. They played with Manhattan Center, and it was a good guard on Manhattan Center. I think that was Dave Sweet.
Listen, y'all hear? Skip, listen.
Kane. So I looked at Kane.
Pay attention, man. He giving guys love, man.
I knew Kane was nice, but that right there, I saw him play, and that's when older guy, I forgot his name, that was in the crowd. He knew who I was. He said, he told me about Dave K. He said, what's going to slow him down, Skip? He can't hit the jump. And that's when I started working on my jump. I said, oh, really? That's what's going to stop him? It won't stop me. And I kept getting my jump shots up.
Yeah, that's what hurt a lot of New York City guards coming out, that jump shot. Not being able to take that jump shot.
Red Archery, the same thing. Hit the jump. My peer, God Shango, I love him to death. Man, one of the coldest ball players coming. Consistent jumper. We all had to work on it. That's what kept all of us in the league. How you think Ron Strickland stayed in the league? They couldn't stop Kenny Smith. They couldn't stop us from getting into the pros. Into the paint. But at the end of the day, we had to hit the jumper.
Facts.
I first got in the NBA, man, go under him. Go under on him. Want to pick and roll. Go under on Alston. You know what I mean? They going under. Back up. And after a while, let my career went on. You won't be backing up on me too much longer. You know what I'm saying? So Chanel, he right, man. It takes a special human being. You know, you got to remember, we all grew up when we little kids, we the man. Middle school, high school, you the man. JUCO, college, you the man. Then now you get to the pros. Whoa. You the 12th man. How you gonna get to be the 9th man, get into the rotation where you gonna at least you could come off the bench, get some good minutes, then crack the start line? How you gonna do it? Pouting, getting mad is not the answer.
Yo, my guy Tooth said You should take this info on the road, yo, because you are dropping jewels and you're giving a lot of good life lessons, man. So
I'm waiting for I'm just buying some time with the pandemic to come back and talk to the youngsters, man. But the
appreciate
youngsters
it.
need to know.
Yeah,
The youngsters need to, and sometimes what happens is someone else is telling them about Skip. But like I tell people, can't nobody tell them about me than me.
that's right.
So I just, when the pandemic's over, I get back out there and go to high schools and just drop some jewels on them kids, man. Like, it's a lot going on. And I know, man, I know the temptations they going through. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard trying to navigate, live life in New York City, man. People don't understand how hard that is. That's hard for us. Growing up in broken home, your dad not around, whatever. Shit, I know some of my friends, none of their parents around. Some people, mothers is twisted out the frame out there in New York City. You know what I'm saying? We damn near raising ourselves. And you trying to live a basketball dream. It's hard. But you gotta fight the temptation. You gotta stay grounded, man. You gotta keep fighting, man. You gotta stay strong.
Yeah, that's very important. And that's one of the reasons why we created this platform, because we want to try to bridge the gap between the generation of the past and the generation of the future.
But the generation now. Basketball, put the NBA aside, man. Right? Let's put the NBA aside. That's the last thing, because how long we been on, man? I got some stuff to do. You got somebody coming on tomorrow?
Nah.
All right, me and you gonna do this again tomorrow.
Okay.
Set up time, same time. So everybody that's watching, we're gonna get on tomorrow. Me and my man will get on tomorrow again, and we're gonna knock this out. Right? Same bat town, same time. But check this out.
Okay.
Put the NBA aside, right? Think about myself. God bless my father. My father, after I was 10 years old, my father wasn't really in my life. My father always been strung out on drugs, running up all over New York City. My mother working 2-3 jobs just to, right? Look where basketball is taking me. Forget the NBA. I would have never saw a lot of cities and states in the United States without basketball.
Facts.
We take that for granted.
Facts.
Right? You got people talking about, man, I want to go to Greece. Some of y'all haven't been to South Dakota, Idaho, North Dakota, Phoenix, Arizona. Some of you haven't been to a lot of places in New Hampshire. Some of you haven't been to a lot of places. And I would say I've been to every city and state. Every state in the United States because of basketball. I was able to go to college because of basketball. I've got friends all over this world, United States, every state. I got a friend there. If I go there, if I go to any city and state, I can call one of them and let them know, y'all, I'm pulling up. I land and somebody's there because I met them through my basketball track. So my thing to these kids is, you might not make it to the NBA, but it can get you a free education. It can save your life. Basketball saved my life. So for me, I tell everybody, I'm forever indebted to the game of basketball. I love and salute all the coaches I've ever had, because what happens if I don't go to one of those tournaments and I'm on the block? You see what I'm saying? What happens if I don't go play in Brevoy with Trevor, and Trey? What happens? And I'm on the block rolling dice, and someone comes and stick us up, and I say, "Nah, you ain't getting this money," because remember back then, I want every dollar I got because I don't know when the next dollar comes from.
Right.
And you see what I'm saying? So it's a whole different dynamic that people don't understand where this game could take you, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially kids growing up where we all come from.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So that's my biggest thing to these youngsters. Like, yo, basketball's taking me to Idaho. Have you been there? Yeah, you haven't been. People growing up totally different the way we grow up, and you need to understand and learn that stuff.
That's real.
You need to understand that there's other things going on other than New York City, man. Other than this gritty and grimy and this hustle and bustle of the city, like my kids ain't got to worry about that stuff. Now, what if I raise my kids in New York City? They be punks. They growing suburban lifestyle. They'll be little punks, getting bullied, getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I do salute growing up in New York. It made me tough. But I don't wish growing up like that on any kid.
Facts.
On any kid. That's another thing that brings tears of joy to my eye, man. To watch your kid be able to have a birthday party. Salute my mom, my dad. You know, that's one thing all OGs, everybody tell me, man. You're born with one set of parents. Anybody else is either step parent or a fill-in. But you only get one set of biological parents. And no matter what they're going through, whatever they're not able to provide for you, trust me, if they could do it all over, they would want to give you the best. You know what I'm saying? So salute to them. Unfortunately, they weren't. But and I didn't pout about it. That's one thing about New York City. We're faced with reality head on at a young age. Right? This reality hits us at a young age. So if we already know what time, my birthday comes and you ain't having a birthday party, don't you pout about it. Go on outside and have some fun the best way you can. But I don't wish that upon no kid, so I try to give my kid a best birthday party. I go to these schools. You know what I'm saying? Remember, think about it. I don't know how it was for you. Our parents come to our school for one thing, when we got in trouble.
That's facts. Facts, yo.
Nowadays, you can go have lunch with your kids, do all this shit with your kids.
That's real, man.
Oh, yeah.
So when I realized that, I'm like, shit, I'm going. My daughter say, Dad, come have lunch. What you want, Chick-fil-A? I'm going. Because I still think about, I wish I had.
Yeah.
But I understood why I could. And I respect my parents for that. You know what I mean? But salute, man. We got to do this again. We can do this tomorrow.
Listen, hold on. Before you leave, I got something I want to show you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only right.
Y'all ready? Ready?
It's crazy.
Man, that's dope, man. I gotta get one, man. Just hit me, man. Let me know what the cost is, man. I gotta get one.
Nah, man.
I gotta plug shit with everybody, man.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, man. Just hit me and let me know, man. I gotta get one of those, man. That's beyond fabulous. Shout out to everybody, man. Salute, man. Salute to New York City, man. That's one thing I tell everybody, even though I'm rip stock big.
Yo, listen, man.
I represent all the players in New York City, man, because I know I can only imagine all the players, man, that was trying to make it, man. If it wasn't all of them taking me to pro-ams and all these tournaments in New York City, if it wasn't for all that, man, listen, I hone my skills in New York City in the parks.
No doubt, man. Yo, salute to you, man. Thank you, man.
No doubt, man. Just hit me, man.
I ain't sure, man. All right, we're ready to do a little something tomorrow.
We talk basketball. I love talking ball. I talk this game all day long, man.
All right. Wow. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm so impressed with Rafer Alston. Right? I got to know Skip on the court, but I'm so impressed with Rafer Alston. This guy lives and breathes New York City basketball. Played everywhere. And I give anybody from any other borough extra props if they come down to Brevoort and play. If you came to play in Brevoort, you from another borough, salute to you. You know what I'm saying? The lessons he gave for youngsters. The things you need to do to become a pro. All of those things are valid information. And we definitely going to continue this tomorrow. Put some time aside so we can kick it. Definitely appreciate him coming through. Salute to you, Chuck. Appreciate you, my guy. Awesome, man. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I got some Norm Roberts, definitely. All right? We got Rolando Blackman's pictures. We got Jerry Ice Reynolds' pictures. We got Mo Fresh Brown pictures. Tony Child's pictures going out tomorrow. Mel Davis pictures going out tomorrow. Who's that? Jamal Robinson, my man from Virginia, Jamal Robinson. Pictures going out tomorrow. Joe Green, your picture's going out tomorrow. John Arnold, your picture's going out tomorrow. Kennard Robinson, your picture's going out tomorrow. Richie Parker, your picture's going out tomorrow. Joey Brower, your picture's going out tomorrow. John Johnson, your picture's going out tomorrow. And Ted Gustus, your picture's going out tomorrow. For sure. So we give all my people out there in basketball heads land a big, big thank you for all the support. Thank you. Appreciate the love.